gonna need a longer bolt, I think. Or that's it'll pop.
Okay. Too about ready to pop off.
Okay, you just saw the water pump pulley being pulled off. Came off pretty easy. We just used a bolt in here against the shaft and just used a regular puller, pulled it off. Came off pretty easy. This is actually the new water pump. I'm going to paint this before we press the pulley on this one. I'm going to paint it with the black in the bell housing and stuff.
Well, I'm going to have to cut that bolt off for one thing. This is what we gotta.
Okay, so there's the new throwout bearing for the clutch installed, and it's ready to go back in. Just got to clean the transmission out, and this is ready to go. Okay, so run into an issue here on this motor. You can see there's a stud right here. This is actually on the rebuilt motor. I had to remove this stud from the old motor because they didn't put new studs in there. And there's another one right here. This is what it looks like. What I tried to do to get these out was I used the double nut idea, where you tighten these up together and then you turn the inside one to remove the stud. Well, that didn't work on these. They wouldn't come out. It just kept slipping until my dad come out and showed me a little trick here. Just wanted to share it with everybody. What he did is he tightens up the nuts together just like you would, and then he holds the outside one so it can't move and turns the inside one at the same time so it can't slip. And we got both these studs out with no damage to the studs, and otherwise we wouldn't have been able to get them out if Dad wouldn't have showed me that trick. Just wanted to share that with everybody. Going to finish installing this stud here onto the other side and get this valve cover back on. Okay, I got both the studs in, and what those studs hold is the valve cover that goes over this. This is a Continental 4-cylinder flathead motor. I believe that's what that is, and this cover mounts on kind of odd. Those studs go inside another bolt like so. And the cover, there's two of them, and the cover goes over this, which is kind of interesting because it's the valve cover is on the side of the motor and not in the top of the motor, but this is the cover, and those are the holes that the bolts go through and actually hold the cover down. There's a vent there. I got a new gasket on it, ready to go on. So I'm going to get that on there, and then I'm going to show you a few other issues we run into. Okay, another issue we found is on the crank pulley. You can see it had a sleeve on it. You can see that it's grooved pretty good. The reason it has a sleeve on it is because the original pulley was grooved, and you can't put this on the new motor on a new seal, because this is where the seal rides, and you're probably going to have an oil leak there. So we got to order a new sleeve. Hopefully the local CarQuest can get one quick. I've actually been pretty surprised that they have been able to get all these parts, no problem, for everything on this motor. So they'll probably be able to get a sleeve. We'll get a new sleeve on that thing. And right now I am working on cleaning this motor up to paint it. And now originally I was going to go with black, but I'll show you what we're going to go with instead. Okay, I'm getting ready to put some primer on all this stuff, and I was just going to go black with all this stuff because we couldn't really find a Clark green anywhere. Dad did pick up some of this green here. I call this safety green, and actually what it looks like more is like the county rigs that run around. There it is on the side. You can see it's not Clark green. This is the block, and I know I sanded on this and it's old, but that's pretty darn close to the green I'm looking for. You know, you could probably brighten it up because of the wear that this engine is taking, but this is the original Clark green, I believe. So I'm going to try to get close to that. Show you what I come up with here. I painted some stuff for our Doots tractor way back, and this is the color that we come up with that was pretty darn close to the Doots tractor. Well, you can see it's quite a bit brighter than Clark green by a lot, actually. I'm going to tame this color down a little bit with some white and kind of experiment here, see where we're at. Eventually we will paint the whole forklift, just not now. I'm going to experiment with taming this color down a little bit with some white. We'll see how that goes, but first I got to get some primer. I'm going to use some etching primer on this, and I know I don't have all bare metal. That water pump is bare metal, and there are a few spots that are bare metal, but this is, I have some etching primer. It's good stuff. I'm going to put that down on this, and then I'm going to get my green out and start taming it down with some white, and see what I come up with. First I got to prime this stuff. Okay, the primer's on, and it's flashed over. I'm getting ready to spray my color, and I did what I said I was going to do. I put some white in this green, lime green, I guess is what it is. Deutsch green, pretty darn close to that. Wanted it a little tamer than what it was, so I added some white. Only way to really know is to shoot it on here. And it's the motor, so it's underneath the hood. Not really gonna ever see it, it's gonna be shadowed. This is kind of a test to see if we like this color or not, and if we do, we'll shoot the whole thing with that someday. If not, we'll find something else, but gonna shoot this with some green. Well, there she be. Good enough for a forklift motor. I'm not sure about that green. I still think that's just too bright. I don't think that's Clark green, but I mean it's a bright color. If the forklift was that shiny and bright, you know, it probably would look pretty sharp, but I don't know. We'll see what Dad says. And get the water pump over there because I had to do the back quick. Just did a quick D on the back. But there she is. I'm tired. That's it for me. See you guys in the next one.